we're going to make longer than a 30-minute video. And I also hope you guys had a great weekend. Before we start this video, I want to say thank you to my friend Tashin, who took me out Friday night to WWE SmackDown, you know, to celebrate my birthday a little bit early. I had a really good time, and this is the first time I've been to SmackDown in probably over 10 years. So I had a really good time. And as you guys know, or some of y'all know, my 35th birthday is this Wednesday. I had put together a list on Amazon.com for my birthday wish list. If you would like to take a look at it, the link is inside the more info box or in the comment section. If you see a gift you want to get, you can get it. Or if you want to help contribute to a gift, you can purchase an Amazon gift card and you can send it to my email. All the instructions are there when you click on the wish list. Or if you don't want to go to the wish list and you want to send me a monetary donation, you can send it to my Cash App at # the Scorpion. Again, it's my 35th birthday, and I'm looking forward into having a good time. And you know, before we even start, it's just, I can't believe. First of all, I can't believe I'm turning 35, and when I think about it, I just can't believe how fast it came. Because I remember turning 30, I remember turning 25, I remember turning 21. It's just been, these years go by just like that. So,
you remember turning 42?
Not yet. You're trying me.
Yeah.
Because now, I'm almost 40. It will get there real fast, and you would just look like, oh my God.
You know what? There's a 70s movie that I'm thinking of where the guy had that mustache.
Oh, you're trying me.
That's what I'm thinking of. I can't think of the name of the movie.
I was tired. Y'all know, every couple years or so, I get rid of the beard. It was just getting on my nerve. I'm like, the goatee. I want to grow the beard and the goatee. I wanted to grow in evenly, so I got rid of the goatee. I didn't have time to go to the barbershop to take care of my mustache, but I will be getting that done.
Oh, you did that yourself?
Yes.
Oh! Thank God! I thought you paid somebody to make you look like that.
No!
Oh, God.
No!
Thank you, Jesus!
No!
Say, boy, you paid to do that to you. Good. That's good to know.
No.
Okay, good.
Woo! Why would I make it look like this? If I wanted to keep it thick, I would tell them to shape it.
Kevin, I don't know. I thought maybe you go for a new look and you let the guy.
No.
Because, you didn't do a bad job with this. That's why I thought you went to a barbershop.
No, I did it myself.
I was say, why would you pay somebody to do that to him?
No, I would tell them that if they're going to do all that, they might as well, take this down.
Yeah.
Take it down and stuff like that.
So when are we going to the barbershop to do that?
Don't worry about it. I think I look fine for now. I look fine, you know. So, yeah. So, it's my birthday this Wednesday, so if you want to look out, and I hope that you do want to look out, you know, you can either do the Amazon wish list, you can send an Amazon gift card, or you can send a monetary donation to my Cash App. And last week, we ended our video. It was just so irritating to have a smoke detector go off 3 times in one video. And I was just trying to say all the stuff I wanted to say, and I just couldn't. And I just said, you know what? I'm done. I'm over it. Now, when stuff happens like that, and it happens beyond my control, it's nothing I can do, and I'll be like, I don't even want to upload it. But as soon as I upload it, it's like everybody loved those type of videos with the interruptions and all of that stuff. Because, everybody was just talking about that video. So, yeah, I'm sorry for just, ending it and just getting off, but I just had to. I was like, we'll try again. We also uploaded our podcast this weekend. If you have not been listening to the Scorpion Show podcast, you have some episodes to catch up on. So you could go on, you could go to Google Play, you could go to the Apple Podcast section, or you can go to Spotify, or you could go to our host website, podbean.com. You could download the app, and then you can listen to it on your phone, and every time we upload, you'll get them faster. But most of the times, the podcast uploads Friday mornings before 6 a.m. I make sure that it's available before 6 a.m. for those who want to have their morning drive or afternoon or however you do it. I know that some people listen Friday mornings and then some people wait until Monday while they're, I guess, on their way to work. And you stink really, really bad.
First of all,
I know that you
because
did that.
I swear to God I did not fart. So
You
that's
didn't
something
do that. That's
no,
the
I did
AIDS.
not.
Oh, all right. That's
Yeah.
the AIDS.
Oh, okay.
All the way from
Yeah.
the basement, the kitchen.
That's your kitchen smelling like that.
I thought you farted.
No, because you know if I farted, you was going to hear it.
Oh, my God.
Okay? I don't know what kind of eggs your sister cooking down there.
Too much.
Well, luckily it's not the smoke detector.
No, thank God. Thank God. She better. You should. I hope you told her to open the back door. If
Well,
she
no,
was
because I didn't know
there.
what she was cooking.
Listen, it's all right. And also, if you guys can, I know that you've recently had a death in your family. My family also had a death last night in the family.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, one of my mom's cousins passed away last night.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. It was, and I had to be the one to tell her. First of all, I didn't want to tell her. This is my thing. Like, well, I knew my cousin was sick, but I didn't want to tell her. Huh?
Were they elderly or no?
No, he was probably like 60. He was young, but he had some issues going on. But I was like, I don't want to tell her because then she'll be worried. And my mom raised, as much as she raised our kids, she raised her cousins too. Because my mom is the oldest cousin, so I was like, I don't want her to be worrying. And then one of the cousins called me and was like, well, I want to talk to your mom. And then she told my mom was crying. And I'm just like, oh my God. And then they were both on the phone crying. And then a couple hours later, Nina told me to tell her that the cousin had passed away.
Wait, so what did your cousin call to tell your mom that they were crying?
Because he was like he was.
Oh,
sick.
it was. Oh,
yeah,
was,
but
yeah. Oh, okay. I was about to say. I thought you said you told her.
But I thought it was going to be like another couple of days. The way she was talking, she made it seem like.
Oh, but it happened that same day.
The same day.
Yeah. He must have been in hospice.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
But he I would say he was how do you say he kept on fighting?
Well, you know that's how it was. They told us every day that my uncle was going to die. He lived a whole week after these. Every day, he's going to go in a few hours. He's going to every day he was still here. So it was like, and then finally he went, and it was so crazy because my aunt and his girlfriend, they were in the room with him, and my aunt said, you know, she was closest to the bed to him, and she said that, you know, he was breathing and everything, and she said they were talking, and she looked over, and she was like, he wasn't breathing no more, and she was like, wait, he's not breathing. So she said she went to go get the nurse, and the nurse came in, and they checked him, and, you know, he passed, so. But it just was like they were telling us, so every day, you know, different family members were up there, you know, with them. But it was just like, wow, they kept scaring us, like, oh, it's going to be any hour now. And
right.
Any hour went on.
That's how it was
day.
for him. It was like they sent him to hospice, then they sent him home, and then I think they sent him back. It was just, it had to be like 2 months. But how was the funeral and stuff?
The funeral was nice. It wasn't bad. He looked nice. It wasn't bad. Like, I've been to long funerals. Thank God this one wasn't long.
You are a mess.
But it wasn't long because I did the order of service.
Okay.
I wrote it out, so it wasn't long. But yeah, it was cool. One of my aunts gave me a stack of.
A stack of what?
So you know how people read cards and stuff at funerals?
Oh yeah.
My aunt gave me a stack of cards that were to read, but they were like of her friends and stuff, sending them to her.
And she wanted you to read.
And she wanted me to read all these cards, and I'm looking at her, and I said, "Oh no, we're not doing." She said, "Oh no, it's just a few." I said, "This is more than a few." So when I sat down, I took 3 cards, and mind you, she gave me 9. I took 3 of the 9.
She just wanted to be.
Yes,
girl.
This is not your show.
Is this the one?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is what the one was. No, not Nina. No, not her.
Okay. Yes.
Was on my good graces. I'm proud. And I know she probably said her seat over it. I didn't read all the cards.
Yeah,
because I read the cards in the obituary.
Right.
So I'm just like, well, hand me a stack of cards.
All this to make you feel good. You're trying it.
Yes.
Let me tell you, his family is a trip.
Yeah, they are.
The stories that he tells me.
They are a trip. And I'm just looking at these cards. And I looked at her, and she's like, what? I said, all these cards? She gonna say, well, it's only a few. I said, and here I go, these are 9 cards. I said, I'm not reading 9 cards. Oh, no, you can read. No, I'm not. And I walked right away. And when I got up on that podium, I read 3 out of the 9. I know she was over. I'm not reading all 9 of these cards. This is not about you. And then every card that she had was addressed to her.
Yeah,
it wasn't addressed to her and family. It was addressed to her.
Yeah.
At least the card that I had was sent to Mikkel McClendon and his family.
I should have came to that. Oh, I should have came. So we're going to start this show talking about Colin Kaepernick in the NFL. So over the weekend, first of all, we found out last week that he was going to be doing a training session with the NFL in Atlanta, and all the teams that wanted to scout him, they were going to be able to come. And on Saturday, they were at the training facility, and the things that were going on is that it had to be closed door, like not open to the media, and just for the teams, and they had different stuff inside of these contracts. Colin Kaepernick at the last minute was just like, no, I'm not going to do this. We're going to change the location. They moved the location to 60 miles away to a football field, a high school football field, and only 8 of the teams decided to go and see what was going on. Colin Kaepernick was able to record his own session and use his own receivers and players and not the NFL's. And, he was... Yeah. How can I say, like, he did a little intro, not an intro, he did like a little thank you to those who came, and he was just saying like the NFL needs to be fair and all of that stuff. Now, I don't, 60 miles is not really far.
60 miles from where?
From the facility where they were going to do it. Mm-hmm. He decided to take it off location so it could be in the open, and open space for everyone to see. And not let it be closed, and not let it be closed doors. And he also wanted the media there because I don't know if he thought that the NFL might alter his videos of the training sessions and things like that. I don't know. But it seems like he really doesn't trust the NFL. And I'm on his side when it comes to him not trusting the NFL, because he had to sue you guys and you guys settled out of court.
Which, I'll let you finish. Because now I'm starting to have a little issue with Colin Kaepernick. And I'm all for him. But the issue that I'm having with him is the NFL does not want you to play for them. They don't want nothing to do with you.
Right.
They keep giving you a hard way to go. You get on TV in front of cameras or whatever, and you talk about your disdain for them not wanting to deal with you. But yet you want to work with them. And I don't understand that, because it's like, football is your passion, and I get it. But these people want nothing to do with you. Not only that, you sued them, and they settled. Do you honestly think that these people, after you suing them and them having to settle, that they're actually going to want to bring you on board? Hell no. They don't want anything to do with you. They're finished with you. You sued us. We had to pay you. We're done with you, Colin. Why do you keep trying to get our attention? And I'm trying to figure, like, I don't know if maybe Colin should go another route with, maybe he should become somebody's manager or something. But the NFL does not want anything to do with him. And I feel kind of bad now, because every time I see him in front of the camera when he's talking about the NFL, it's kind of like he's bashing the owners and he's bashing the teams, but yet you want to play for them. And I'm like, why would I sue SEPTA? And SEPTA settle out of court. And SEPTA, for those of you who don't know, SEPTA is our transit. That's our transit.
Like the NTA.
Yeah, like an NTA or the MARTA, wherever city you live in. It's called SEPTA here in Philly. Why would I sue SEPTA? They settle. They give me $2 million, and then I turn around a year later and want to apply for them. They're not going to hire me. Why would I hire you? You sued us.
Right.
I'm not going to hire you.
But he has a love for the game of football.
He does, but that doesn't have anything to do with them. They don't want anything to do with you, and I feel bad that he has.
They don't want anything to do with him because he uses his platform to speak out.
Right, and you're absolutely right. However, you use your platform. First of all, we don't want nothing to do with you, like you said, because you use your platform to speak out. Then after a few years, because I didn't even realize it's been, what, 3 years? I didn't realize it's been that long. Then after these past 3 years, not only are you using your platform to speak out, but now you're calling us out. So now you're calling us out. You have all these people calling us out, calling us racist. Then you sue us, and then we have to settle. We don't want nothing to do with you.
Yeah, but I mean, he's able-bodied. He's able to play, and clearly, looking at those clips, he hasn't lost his step.
Right.
I think that he should work with the NFL team, and it makes me upset that these owners are all in, collusion with each other or not hiring Colin to be on the team, because there's a lot of bummy quarterbacks and there's a lot of bummy teams that can use someone with the caliber of Colin Kaepernick on their team. And to not have him there is really showing us who these owners are. And, like, how much of a distraction can Colin Kaepernick be? Like, how much, really? He speaks out on what y'all don't want him to speak out on, but someone has to do it.
But that's a distraction because it's bringing a negative. It's bringing It's bringing a dark cloud over the NFL and over the owners. Yes, we all. I think most of us with common sense knows that there's a lot of shady things that go on behind the scenes with these organizations, especially the NFL. But you are not. You someone that we hire and someone that we pay. That's not your job to bring it to light. Because if you bring it to light, it's like, how can I go to work every day, call out my boss, call HR, and tell HR that my boss is paying this person and this person ain't even coming to work, but they're paying this person to not come to work, and think that my boss is not going to have some type of against me. That's just ludicrous. Like, I can't, and I understand that Colin has the passion, but now it's gotten to the point, how can you honestly think that these people are going to willingly and openly want to work with you when you've been calling them out for the past 3 years?
Yeah, but you know what? I agree with him calling them out.
No, I agree too. But, I mean...
But he wants a job. Listen, he wants a job. He speaks out on police brutality and racial injustice that goes on in America, right? That is really, that is so distracting. But you have NFL players who beat up their children, beat up their girlfriends and wives at the hotel, and it's caught on video. They're taking drugs. They're doing all kinds of things, bringing the team's negative press. You just had a player take off the helmet of a player and take his helmet and whack him in the head with it.
Yes.
Oh, but because Colin Kaepernick speaks out against police brutality and racial injustice, it's such a bad thing. That is not a distraction to a team. But it's a distraction is that you allow these players who beat up their girlfriends and children and wives, and you bring them back on the NFL, and there's no problem. If you remember with the dog situation, it was just such, oh my God, it was a horrible thing with Michael Vick. Yes. It was such a bad thing, but eventually he played again, and nobody cared, and he was winning games here in Philly too when he came back. Yeah, but it's just like, come on, it's not. He didn't do anything wrong. He's just speaking out, and he decided not to kneel. And he already told you guys that he's not kneeling in disrespect to the veterans, and you guys still was finding a way to make it about the veterans. So it's just like, it's so much. I want Colin to get this job, but it really didn't do him no favors not going to the Atlanta facility and him going elsewhere. It didn't do him no favors because you got 22 teams, 25 teams that went. So there's 17 teams that didn't go, plus the other teams in the NFL, because you got 32 NFL teams. So I don't think anyone has, as of recording, none of the 8 teams that did go, no one has hired them or called them back or anything like that. So now Colin still probably won't be in the NFL because of what he did. It's like the NFL and Colin Kaepernick has to meet in the middle somewhere, and they all have to be able to agree on something. But he definitely deserves a job, and I'm glad that he's still fighting to show that he can still play.
You know what? And I agree 100% with Colin Kaepernick. I agree with him 100% in the protest of him protesting police brutality. I agree with that. But now I'm taking a step back and I'm looking at it as from the owner's perspective. Think about it for 1 second. I'm an owner. You're Colin Kaepernick. You start to kneel because you are, you're protesting police brutality. We want you to not kneel, but you're kneeling anyway. And now, all of this negative, because we're telling you not to kneel, you're telling us no, and then it's becoming public that this is going on. From the owner standpoint, or from the NFL standpoint, what do we have to do with police brutality?
You don't have anything.
We don't have anything to do with it. So we're asking you, you can protest, but we're asking you not to protest here in this way at work. But yet, you're doing it, and now we're clashing. So now the owners are looking at it as, we don't want, and again, I 100% support Colin, but I'm looking at it in both ways. See, my thing is, I feel like now after 3 years going on 4 years, it's kind of like, Colin, maybe you need to take a step back, because I think you just said, and they need to meet in the middle. And I think the only way they're going to meet in the middle is if Colin stops coming out and bashing them publicly. Because if he keeps bashing them publicly, they're not going to want to meet with him. Because after 3 years, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I feel like Jay-Z probably also had something to do with this NFL workout.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he did too. But then I'm almost certain too that the NFL is probably saying to Jay-Z, we just want him to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, well,
he's not going to shut the fuck up. So then it's like, if we want him to shut the fuck up and he's not going to shut the fuck up, then we trump him because we're the organization that he wants to work for.
But you know what? Who also plays a part in it is, since you said his name, Donald Trump.
Oh yeah.
A lot of them are in bed with Donald Trump.
Oh yeah.
And things like that. It's just.
And can you imagine? And I'm gonna be very honest with y'all. I don't think Colin Kaepernick's going to play for the NFL no time soon as long as Trump is in
He's probably never going to play again.
No.
Some one of them teams, we've seen the tapes, we're like, you know what, we can use them, and most of y'all can use them. Because some of them records I've seen, but those teams is like 2 and 7 and 1 and 8. Like, come on.
I just don't think that he's going to play while Trump is in the White House. Because too many of these owners are in bed, like you said, are in bed with Trump. And it's like, can you imagine if they hire him and the shit that Trump will say? You know what I mean?
Yeah. They're scared of the president.
Yeah. Trump knows how to use the media.
Yeah. But it's all right.
Maybe poop. Oh,
no, don't even. You know what?
Can you put Michael Bloomberg down there? Because that's something to say about it. Well, can we just talk? No, let's just go to Michael Bloomberg.
Go ahead.
So, you see Michael Bloomberg is running for president. Right now. And you know that whole, we talked about that stop and frisk. Yeah. But earlier this year,
he defended it?
He was defending it.
Oh.
Even as far back as March of earlier this year.
Sit down.
And then he was also defending the whole the bill that Joe Biden had a part of in '94.
Okay, the crime bill.
You know what I mean? You were defending that, and it's like, come on, Michael Bloomberg.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're digging. No, and I said this on Facebook the other day, and I mean this. Michael Bloomberg is not winning the black vote nationally in this country, so he can forget it. He can forget it because the fact that you just in January were defending this stop and frisk law up in New York. And then in March, 2 months later, you were calling out Joe Biden for being on this apology tour. Oh, he's apologized for all this stuff. And then when you mentioned the crime bill of '94, you talked about how, but you were in support of it. You were in agreement. So it's like, come on. Now all of a sudden in November, a few months later, oh, I'm apologizing, but you were just calling out Joe Biden. Joe Biden for apologizing. Like, come on, Michael Bloomberg. Like, I'm not even taking him serious.
No,
I'm not taking him serious.
You're not taking him serious. I'm not taking it serious that Pete Buttigieg is just leading Iowa all like that. He's going to have a tough time with the black vote, and you know how important our vote is. And I think it's time. Like, I like all these candidates and stuff, but it's time. It's crunch time. We got an election that's a year away, under a year, and we need someone that's going to be able to defeat Donald Trump. Because imagine us watching Pete Buttigieg versus Donald Trump. Oh, that's not going to work.
Yeah.
Trump will just attack him. He might even get in on Joe Biden. Because Joe don't have that. He don't have that fight.
No, he don't. And Joe is not giving me the fight that I'm looking for.
I think Bernie would give him a good fight. I think Kamala Harris would give him a good fight.
Kamala would definitely give him a good fight, but they're not.
Yeah, they're not leading.
Yeah.
But maybe as a running mate, I don't know. I think Kamala would be good as a running mate to somebody.
Yeah, but she's not. She's not going against Trump in the debate.
I know. And then Elizabeth Warren, like, I don't know. Like, it's just we don't have a lot of options. And Deval Patrick, like, he just seems like too much of a nice guy. We need someone that's going to, like, because you talking about all the networks are going to be showing this. CBS, NBC, Fox, and what's the other one? ABC. We need PBS. We need someone that's going to really stand up to him in front of everybody in America. And I just don't really see it with everybody. Because Joe Biden might have a good day. Like, they could probably go back and forth. Right. But we need someone that's going to be firm. And if you're going to throw shade, you got to throw it out. Right.
Because the minute he called him Sleepy Joe, I'm going to
let him. He will call him that.
On the debate.
Right.
He will.
You know, and
he'll say something like, "Wake up, Joe."
Yeah. At this point, though, only thing we can tell y'all to do, which is very important, and that is to make sure that you're registered to vote.
Yeah.
Make sure you're registered to vote and be ready to vote November 3rd, 2020. And remember, it's not just the presidency that's on the line. It's the Supreme Court. It's these other justices and judges. It's like so much on the line just besides who's going to.
I think that if he loses, Ruth Bader Ginsburg will retire.
Right.
And I think that she's waiting. But I think she's waiting until. But yeah, I feel bad because she's old.
Yeah, and she keeps getting sick, and she had to miss opening arguments for something the other day, getting this surgery done.
She's holding on. She's holding on, and she wants to wait until because she don't want to give her seat up to no conservative.
No,
and I don't blame her.
Yeah.
Because this would be like 3 judges so far that he's got put in there, right?
And once they get that done, once she's out of there, let me tell you something. I'll probably tell them. But you can say goodbye to the
Supreme Court.
You can say goodbye to going to the doctor and getting taken care of things that you did by mistake. I don't want to say it out loud. You know, because you know how in these streets, you know, you can't take care of the things that you normally can take care of. Oops, I did that. Oh, you know, you just can't.
That Supreme Court change, and I said this in 2016. I said, and I can't remember if it was on Facebook or Instagram, whatever it was, but I posted and I said, during this election, we need to think about the Supreme Court.
Right.
Think about the Supreme Court.
Nobody's thinking like that.
Nobody's thinking like that. I gotta find that quote. I said, think about the Supreme Court, but nobody's thinking like that. And now look, he already got 2 Supreme Court justices in there, and if. Like I said, if Ruth Bader Ginsburg drops,
all over.
If she leaves,
you can say goodbye to gay marriage.
Yep, you can say about all that stuff.
Yeah,
because it'll be more conservatives on the court. I think it's more conservatives now anyway.
Yeah,
on the
it's
court.
like you got 5. No, you got 4, or 1 like this in the middle.
It's just
it's getting scary, y'all. It's already scary, and it's going to get worse if he's in there another 8 years. Oh my God. So I watched Soul Train Awards last night. It was really good. If you didn't watch it, and if you catch the repeat, go ahead and watch it. It was really good. I didn't know some of the people, like it's this guy named Sir, and his brother was on the piano. I didn't know who they were, but the guy can sing. He looked like an average guy. And it was like, Kevin, you got to listen to his album, Chasing the Summer, or something like that. So I'm going to listen to it. But one thing I did not like, they had this girl named T-Mar performing. Mikhail. It was the worst thing I've ever seen on an award show this year and in a long time. When she opened her mouth, you were like, what the fuck is that? Like, what is going on? Like, who is that? Why is she here? This is the Soul Train Awards. And she had on something like Megan Thee Stallion will wear with the chaps and I'm sorry, yeah, go ahead, turn it on. You know, my phone charged up enough.
And you live here, so.
Yeah, don't do that. You should have said that last week. So, you know, I just like, oh my God, she's terrible. They really didn't give out a lot of like major awards that they normally do. Kurt Franklin won an award. Yolanda Adams got the Soul Lady of Soul Award, and Yolanda Adams took that place to church. And one of the most beautiful things to see is her daughter standing there in admiration of her mother singing. It was just one of the best things. And Yolanda Adams, she don't really get the I don't want to say she don't get the respect, but her name is not always up there with those legends from gospel. Like, I'm glad that she got her flowers, but her name needs to be in more of the conversation when it comes to these gospel singers. Yolanda, you did that last night.
She never disappoints vocally.
No. And I mean, it came out effortlessly. Like,
never. There's a performance that I want y'all to check out. Pause this video, and I want y'all to click on YouTube, Yolanda Adams, Reach Out and Touch. It's a tribute that she did to Diana Ross back in 2005 at the Kennedy Center Honors. She honors Diana Ross. Start that entire performance, because it starts off slow. And I mean, when I say it starts off slow, I don't mean it starts off bad slow. But it starts off slow, but the song picks up, and towards the end, you be like, goosebumps. I mean, she took that place to church even. First of all, Reach Out and Touch Somebody's Hand is not even a gospel song. But she had Diana in that balcony like to her own song. And it wasn't even a gospel song.
right.
Yes. Check it out. You will not be disappointed.
And they also did a tribute to Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
I will say the Soul Train seems to awards is picking back up.
Yeah, it was really good.
This is the second. I don't know. Everybody said last year was good, and this year was good too.
And Tashina and Tisha, they hosted the show
again.
Yes, they did. And I think they should just be the hosts. Just keep them. Now, I'm tired of the little Walmart commercials and the advertisements for Walmart. That stuff irked the hell out of me. But other than that,
it did good.
Yeah, and I love Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. They got the Legends Award. And, you know, all the artists that they work with, Sherelle, Alexander O'Neal. Let me tell you something. Alexander O'Neal don't have it no more, okay? He's like the drunk uncle who grabbed the microphone while the music is on and couldn't remember the words to the song that he used to sing.
That he used to sing.
Yes.
Not I used to sing. He used to sing.
But, you know, Janet wasn't there. She didn't, like, do, like, a video message, but she talked about, you know, their process of working together. And basically, they've been her writing team for over 30 years. And they have 9 #1 hits with Janet. And of course, like, they are the soundtrack to so much of the R&B music. Boyz II Men was there. Wanye went off. And I just was like, Wanye was the Beyonce of the group before Beyonce was Beyonce.
He definitely was.
He always, like...
Always.
Yeah.
And I think anybody who's old enough to remember when Boyz II Men was out, Wanye always...
Yes. Overperformed.
He overperformed. Not in a bad way. But he always overperformed. Not in a bad way. But he always overperformed. Like, you knew that when he got to his turn to sing, he was going to sing.
Right.
And he was going...
and that's what the show needed.
Yeah.
You know, I wish Lizzo was there. Lizzo wasn't there. She won an award, but she wasn't there. K. Michelle sang "Can You Stand the Rain," one of the songs written by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. And I believe that they threw shade. Because when they was on the, you know how they do the after show?
Jimmy Jam?
He was like, yeah, when you sing the songs right, you know, you capture the things that I wrote, you know, and all in the song and stuff like that.
Trying to say she ain't singing right.
Yeah, and she was lip syncing.
Yes.
Why? Was up there lip syncing. I don't know. But that was not a live vocal, and I know it. And her mouth, and she was getting ready to sing, but then she didn't. Like, I was like, oh no, this is pre-recorded.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but she looked nice. She really looked
These
nice.
artists, if they're going to pre-record and lip sync, they need to learn how to do it
right.
Like certain artists, when they do it, like when my girl does it, not when she do ballads, okay. She don't pre-record no ballads, that's not. But I'm saying if she up there doing Get Me, now we know Get Me Body is pre-recorded. But if she's you'd be like, wait, is she saying because she's going along so well with it.
That's because she's practicing.
Because she's practicing, and I think that's what these other artists have to do. Like, why did they make this? Why was fans so upset at Janet Jackson the other day that they walked out?
What'd she do?
You didn't see that all over the news?
No.
Fans walked out on her because she was lip syncing, which I'm so shocked at.
What?
Yes, but I'm like, what? Fans walk out
Are you serious?
Yes, I posted it. Now, fans walk out of Janet Jackson New Zealand show. Janet Jackson lip sync causes fans to storm out of Brisbane show.
Child, they're trying it. And y'all know that's what she gives. But you know what? She already got your money.
Yeah.
You can't get your money back.
And I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, we're talking about
They're
Janet Jackson.
They are
I know.
You know what?
They're trying to sing it. I don't go to a Janet Jackson concert saying, oh, I'm going for vocals.
Right.
No. This is not an Ave Maria type of singer. So, I don't go.
Bitch, I did not know that. And nobody tweeted me that story.
Oh, I guess not.
I mean, they could tell me. Oh, shit. It ain't like, you know, I could see.
It was all on the news. I saw it on Fox and everything. I'm like, wow, they threw shade at Janet.
Child, they know how she do.
Yeah. That's why I was so shocked.
But listen, Janet already got y'all money. There ain't nothing you can do about it. All you have to do is sit there and enjoy the shot. Like I do. I enjoy myself.
Janet needs to learn how to, baby, and don't take that microwave. Don't, the art is not to take the microphone from your mouth.
Is there like an actual video of people walking out?
I didn't see, they showed pictures of people walking out, but I didn't see a video.
Wow.
I didn't see the video, but I thought it was shady.
I've never heard of anybody walking out of a Janet Jackson show. Now that is ridiculous. Fans slam disastrous performance. Now come on. Anyway, let's move on. This done fucked me up. So you was talking about Sean King and Kim K, because I don't know what's going on with that.
So you know, you've seen, and I'm sure you've seen this whole Rodney Reed. Let me go to the thing. This whole Rodney Reed situation.
Yes.
Is that in here?
It's outside.
I'm thinking that was your phone in first. Somebody wait a minute.
You hear it? It's like it's loud.
Mm-hmm.
It's tearing my ear.
So so Rodney Reed is a prisoner who's, you know, been wrongly accused of murder down there in Texas, and he's trying to, you know, he was supposed to be executed recently, but that, you know, they stopped that or whatever the case may be. So Sean King, I just want to make sure this is the right thing. Well, anyway, it was Sean King had tweeted, and he said, "You don't have to believe anything I've ever said about Rodney Reed. Believe the Innocence Project. Believe the Texas Board of Pardons and Paroles, which just voted unanimously to stop his execution. Believe the Texas Criminal Court of Appeals, which just granted an appeal." Someone tweeted him and said, "Why was Kim Kardashian on the Today Show being interviewed about this case and not you?" And he tweeted back, "Because she likes being on TV and I like doing the work." And
wow.
Yes. But see, and this is the problem.
He can't take the credit for that.
Yeah, but
everybody.
And that's the problem that I have. Sometimes, and with him, I have a problem with him sometimes because I feel like he throws underlined. Well, that wasn't even underlined shade. That was just shade that he threw.
Right.
But I'm just like, wow. And I'm not discrediting anybody who's been doing the work for not just Rodney Reed, but for all these other prisoners. I'm not, because it takes a village to get this stuff done.
Right.
But if it had not been for a face, some of these stories, we wouldn't even know about some of these stories. You understand what I'm saying? If it had not been, like for instance, the one woman that was released and she had been in jail for all those years just for drugs, for selling drugs or whatever, I didn't know anything about her until I heard Kim Kardashian working on the case.
Right.
Now that doesn't mean that her story wasn't already out there, but I hadn't heard anything about it. And I'm just like this. When I see Kim Kardashian doing what she's doing and doing these interviews, I never see or hear her say, "It's about me, I did this." She's always giving credit to everyone else. But she knows, just like the rest of us know, that they needed a face. It's just like, if it wasn't Kim Kardashian, let's just say if it wasn't Kim Kardashian, and I think people are only throwing dirt at her because it's her. Because if it was Michelle Obama, people wouldn't be saying all this.
No.
You see, they would be praising Michelle Obama. They would be praising her. But because it's Kim Kardashian, oh, she's not really doing anything. But she's not telling y'all that she's doing everything. Right. She's letting y'all know that there's people behind the scenes that's doing the work. I'm the face, and I'm getting... You behind the scenes. Kevin, you don't have access to getting to Donald Trump like I do. You understand what I'm doing? So while you doing this, I'm going to get to Donald Trump. And I'm going to let Donald Trump know what Kevin's doing behind the scenes. And as the face of this, I'm going to say, you know what? Me and Kevin, we working together and we trying to get so-and-so off. But people are not looking at it like that. And I feel like that was just a dirty shot that he took at Kim Kardashian. Because I'm like, Sean King, the Today Show's not calling you to be interviewed. Right. And if anything, I would want to be interviewed by the Today Show so my face and my voice can get out there nationally so people can hear what's going on with Rodney Reed. You see what I'm saying? And maybe that's the reason why a lot of these prisoners are not getting off, because we're not hearing and seeing. We just have people like him.
Kim Kardashian would be the not the greatest, but she would be a great guest to have on, because she's been talking about criminal reform and justice and things like that for these people that's been behind bars for nonviolent crimes. And she's been a part of that fight. And I don't know all the stuff that Sean King does, but I know that he raises a lot of money for people. And, you know, some people throw shade at him. And, you know, I don't really get into all of that stuff because they think that, you know, he's kind of crooked. But I think that she is a great face to do that, but Sean King was not the only one tweeting about Rodney Reed. I mean, it's been all these celebrities and everybody pushing to get those petitions to go through and to call up the governor of Texas. And you know what was crazy? I was looking for maybe any interviews with the governor of Texas, and there hasn't been none. And they said that he only stopped one execution out of the 47 since he's been the governor. So I'm just glad that Rodney Reed got his day. If he says that he's innocent, give him another trial. And they got all of this proof that, you know, some lies were made up and that he was wrongfully convicted. Let that man fight. And another reason why I knew about this, I was like, damn, I don't want this man to be executed on my birthday. I remember November 20th was the day that they kept saying that they were going to execute him, and they kept pushing the petition for everybody to sign. Sean King, you cannot take credit for that. It was a group effort by everybody.
And Kim Kardashian is a part of that group.
Right.
Whether you like it or not. And it's sad because for years people were saying that they wanted the Kardashians to do something positive. She's doing something positive, and people are criticizing her for it. I say, why don't more celebrities step up and do what she's doing? Can you imagine if more celebrities stepped up, the many more people, millions of inmates in there who are accused of things that they didn't do, that they would be free? You see what I'm saying? And it's so sad because people are, and again, if I'm wrong, somebody please send me a link where Kim Kardashian is taking the credit for all of this. But no interview have I seen where she's taking the credit for any of this. She's letting it be known that she's helping and she's working with these people. And cases like this, you need a face. You need a recognizable face. And I do believe in my heart that if it was somebody like Oprah, somebody like Michelle Obama, Barack Obama, people would not be criticizing them. They'd be all, oh, look what Michelle Obama's doing. But because it's Kim Kardashian, everybody got something negative to say.
And even Oprah was pushing for people to sign a petition and for him to get a fair case. So, by Sean King.
Yeah, like, okay, she was on the Today Show. Okay, she was on the Today Show doing what it is that she... Listen, at church, you have a committee. At my church, we would have different committees. If my committee was raising food, you'd have somebody who was a cook. You'd have somebody who was bagging. You'd have somebody who was putting the food here, and you'd have somebody who was collecting the money. Usually, I was the one collecting the money, which means I was the face of the committee because there were people behind the scenes. It doesn't mean that because y'all see me that I'm doing this by myself. That doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that at all. I'm just the face because I'm the one collecting the money. Why can't Kim Kardashian be the face? Why is it such a bad thing that she's doing it?
Yeah, I
don't get it. I don't get it at all. I don't get it at all. Shout out to Kim Kardashian. Shout out. Hopefully she keeps doing what she's doing, and hopefully other celebrities will jump on board and say, you know what? I'm going to do this too. I'm going to help this celebrity. And hopefully, and maybe that's probably why some celebrities don't jump on board, because the public always got something crazy and negative to say. Like, I just thought that was a cheap shot that he threw at her by saying, oh, well, she likes being on TV and I like actually doing the work. That was a cheap shot to
he does a lot of stuff behind the scenes. Like, some good, some bad. But I don't even want to... I'm in a little bit of pain. I ain't got time to go back and forth on him. So Omarion and this Apryl situation. Now, I've been seeing Apryl all crazy just saying crazy stuff on live and just.
You follow her?
No, but people tweet. You know, I follow like 7,000 people, so I see all kinds of stuff. I mean, all kinds of stuff.
On Twitter?
On Twitter, on Instagram. But it just seemed like she was just upset about Omarion and all of this stuff and how happy her and Lil Fizz is and everything. And Omarion really hasn't been saying anything. And he did an interview with Vlad TV, and he was just telling her to change the narrative. Right. You know, if you're so happy, why are you talking about me?
Right.
Basically, is what I got from it.
Right.
And why are you talking about him? Like, it's just...
Now, a lot of people were saying, some people were saying, like, let us not forget that he was the one who did her dirty by leaving her. And that may be so. He may have left her when she was pregnant.
Crazy.
But that doesn't mean that you then turn around and go sleep with his bandmate.
Yeah, like, first of all, like... That's horrible.
It's horrible
because
on so many levels.
You're supposed to be my best friend, or we made all this money together, and now you want to go sleep with my wife or girlfriend? Like, where do they do that at? That's just breaking all kinds of codes. And Omarion, you know, he hasn't even said anything.
I love his calmness of it.
Yeah, but I love how all this other celebrities is just calling him out, because it's like he don't have to say it. It's dirty.
Lil Fizz, yeah. Meek Mill's even called out.
And he got the. Just think of all the stuff he done did.
But I'm sure he didn't do that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you know.
But you know, hood niggas are grimy.
Right.
Hood niggas will sleep with their homie's baby mom.
Oh, they do it all
in jail.
time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This is bad. You don't do stuff like that. I would just. And y'all just came off tour. I guess Omarion really is unbothered.
Right. But you know what?
Situation.
And I'm not trying to be funny, and I'm not saying this because I see this online, but I really and truly would like to be that, to get to that place of unbotheredness.
Yeah.
Like, he's just so like, I don't care.
Because it's like, what is he going to
yeah.
Like, what is he going to do? As long as my children are okay. He already know Fizz. Right. So, I don't know Fizz, you know, ever, like, being, you know, abusive to anybody and things like that. But as long as he, you know, he's okay with it, then we should just mind our business. And we need to shut up and stop talking about it. Because I don't care how much Omarion pays in child support. Right. I don't care about none of that stuff. You know, you already put him out there that his thing was not cut, and then he had to. Remember they were on Love and Hip Hop? Don't do that. And then they was on Love and Hip Hop and all that.
I don't watch Love and Hip Hop. So.
Yeah, but yeah, they went through all of that on TV, the process.
Why would she tell that?
Because I don't know. But, you know, yeah, Omarion, do your thing.
Tell something like that.
I'm happy for Omarion. He's like, leave that man alone.
Never mind.
He almost my birthday twin too.
Who, Omarion?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his birthday was last week.
They shouldn't do stuff like that. You know, Lil Fizz, and they sitting there trying to justify why they're together.
Yeah.
Remember they
lying. If it wasn't for Omarion, I don't even know how much, you know, people pay attention to B2K. Like, you really did that man dirty because he was the lead singer for everything.
For everything.
Like,
and
y'all
was
was singing, yeah. I loved when Omarion had his solo career.
Yeah. The other one sleeping with and the other one sleeping with Omarion mom.
Oh my God! Somebody sleeping with his mom?
They said Jay Boogers.
I thought he was gay. You know what?
Allegedly, you thought he was
Allegedly. Speaking of someone who's not gay.
Allegedly, I thought he was gay.
Alicia Keys.
Yeah. What?
They used to call her lesbian. So Alicia Keys, man, you never know. These people be doing a damn job. Alicia Keys will be hosting the 20th. Alicia Keys will be hosting the 2020 Grammy Awards.
Why? I don't know.
No, but she did such a good job last year.
I don't know.
You know, I'm glad that we getting more people than just Queen Latifah and LL Cool J.
Queen Latifah, I ain't seen her do no award show in some years.
Yeah, but she's a great host. You know, I'm glad they're giving somebody else a chance. And Alicia Keys, she brought out remember last year she brought out Michelle Obama, and I don't remember who else is out there, but she brought all them girls together. Like, she did a good job. She played the piano. She did the dueling piano thing, going back and forth. Alicia Keys, go ahead and get that check. But in the meantime, I hope that you come out with some music. I didn't listen to Alicia Keys' last album. That's the only album I never listened to. But I need Alicia Keys to come out with a new album. She got 15 Grammys, or I believe it's 15 Grammys. It's time to come out with some new music. I'm here for the new music. I know a lot of people are not really here for Alicia Keys because of that whole Mashonda thing. But think of how many of y'all done probably done did worse. I'm going to just leave it like that. You know, because people be out there doing stuff. And then they will criticize you. Yeah. They criticize you, and they out there doing the same damn thing.
That's why I will no longer talk about Alicia Keys.
Now, what did you do?
Psycho. Now, what did you do? Nothing.
Remember, that was a big thing.
That's
like,
what it was. Remember when Rashonda came with the receipts, the real receipts, like real receipts. See, because he was
like
here, and this credit card statement says that he was here when she was here. That's when someone with the receipts popped off. We had our receipts. She said, our credit card statement says he was in this same hotel in the same city she was in when she was on tour. Every city she was on tour, and he was there. Whoa. And then they became one big happy family.
Yes, they did. And she goes on vacations with
You know, she performed at Jay-Z's thing, too. Jay-Z's foundation, the Sean Carter Foundation.
Really?
She was the performer there, Alicia Keys. Shout out to her.
Oh, Alicia Keys before. I just said Mashonda.
Mashonda?
I said, what did she do?
Or she was performing at anybody's gala.
No, I heard the gala made $6 million. And I seen that Tweet's daughter put on Facebook that Beyonce said she sings her ass off.
Yes, I told her. I said, girl.
Yes, if Beyonce co-signs,
okay,
it's time for everybody else to get on board. Lizzo did not perform at the Sean Carter Foundation.
No, she did not.
Lizzo's getting sued, and that girl has a case. So Lizzo, you better give up that money, settle this shit out of court. Because a couple months ago, Lizzo posted that somebody stole her Postmates order and things like that. And that wasn't the case. And, you know, people was tweeting the girl, looking for the girl. And, you know.
Because Lizzo posted the girl's information.
On Instagram. I mean, on Twitter. And now, you know, the girl wants to get paid. Because none of that was true. Postmates sided with the girl and said none of that was true. And the girl really did come to the place where Lizzo was at. And nobody was able to come get the food. So I guess the girl took the food back to the restaurant. I don't know. But whatever the case may be, Lizzo, the girl did not steal your food. And you posted that girl information, and you had people coming for her. And you need to be careful when you do stuff like that. That was some of the stupid stuff I seen her doing. And now you're going to have to pay up, because that girl wants to get paid because you defamed her.
That's right.
So give her her money.
Give her her coins and send her on her way.
Yeah, settle out of court. Don't even make this a big thing. Settle. Maybe give her like $50,000. $50,000.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Go about my business.
Right.
You know what I can do with $50,000?
A lot. I could do a lot. $50,000.
You know who I would do with $50,000?
What you would what?
Next time.
Netflix responds to Monique. Now, if you didn't hear our thoughts on it on the podcast, I suggest you go listen. But Netflix said they're going to fight this. They are willing to fight.
Again.
Yeah.
Prime example. Colin, Kaepernick, Monique. Netflix is never going to hire you for nothing. After you did what you're doing to them, they're not going to hire you.
No.
So why do you keep coming at them?
Because she said they offer her $50,000. Now, you had the choice whether you want to accept it or not.
Or not.
Yeah. That doesn't mean that they're a racist company.
You didn't want to accept it, so you went about your business.
You did your work, then you said no.
Right.
Imagine how many other people who these movie studios offer money to, and they either decide to accept the check or not. Or they negotiate. Like, I don't even know, did y'all negotiate? She probably said they did. But whatever the case may be, that's what they thought your worth was, $500,000.
Somebody one day thought my worth was $35, and I said no.
35? First of all, you out here selling?
And I said no, give me an even 50. They didn't even want to, I mean not 50, 40. They didn't even give me the extra 5. But I got the extra 5.
How? You had to do something extra?
Monique. They said 50,000, you said no. That's the end of that. Why are they racist? That's not racist. Monique, stop bothering. This is my thing. Stop bothering Netflix, okay? Stop bothering them. Because they ain't bothering nobody. The Crown Season 3 just came out, and I'm loving this. I'm on episode 2, and I'm loving it so far. I think they really could have gotten a different actress to play Princess Margaret. Because Helena Bonham Carter is a little too old to be playing Princess Margaret at that time, and then
don't spoil it, because I have yet.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm just feel like she's not. she doesn't give me Princess Margaret look wise. I felt like the lady who played her last season, she probably, if they would add a little bit like makeup on her, maybe she could have stayed. So and then Helena Bonham Carter is a little thicker than what Princess Margaret was at that time, and it's like.
So they got rid of the older cast and now it's a brand new cast.
Yeah, because they're getting older, so it's a brand new cast. But it's good because the story is good. Like this episode, the first episode was good because you know what I like about this series, The Crown. They actually use real events for this show because this first episode of season 3, something happened that I didn't know actually happened, and then at the end when it went off, it was telling you about the outcome that happened, and so I went to go Google to see, and I was like, oh wait, this really did happen. I was like, oh wow, yeah. So like I like how they add the real events in with this thing. I would love to know what the royal family thinks of this show, especially being as though the queen is actually still living.
Watch it. I heard she watches it.
I would like to.
She made a reference to it.
Really?
Yeah, I heard that she watches it.
You know what's so funny? Because I saw the other day, I was on YouTube and I saw this clip where they were honoring, I think it was like her 65th year as being queen last year, and she was being interviewed, the queen. And you know how they have related videos? And I saw a related video, and it was like funny moments of Queen Elizabeth. And this video probably was like 5 or 6 minutes, and I'm like, I'm not gonna watch this. I felt myself watching this whole video. It was different clips of the Queen over the years. That you know, when we see Queen Elizabeth, she's always so and stern looking. But this woman is like a real life comedian. It was like different clips of her over the years that was mashed together. And she just like behind the scenes, she's at parties and she's having a good time and she's laughing and she's joking. She was at the racetrack in one footage and she was watching from, and then she started running out and I'm thinking like, wait, the queen is actually running. And she ran out the thing and she ran out and then her mom was out there and she was like, Mommy, look, and I'm just like, whoa.
Is her mom still alive?
No, her mom died. But you know, her mom lived to be 101. And it's, her mom lived a long, but you know, in their family, a lot of them live a very long time. Her husband's about to be, he's like 98.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like in 2 years,
I don't know when Prince Harry's Prince William's going to be the king, because his mom lives long, his father is still alive, but his father like
But his 60, father wouldn't...
Something.
Wait, who you talking about? Prince William? Diana's son?
Yeah.
Charles is in his 70s.
Yeah, but Charles will be king after his mother dies.
Yeah.
And then who knows how long he's going to live, because his father is still alive, right?
Queen Elizabeth's husband would never be king?
I know, because
he would never be king.
It has to be a bloodline.
Yeah, bloodline, yeah.
But this is the queen's husband is Charles's father.
Yeah, all her kids are
and he's like 90-something too.
He's 98.
Yeah, so it's going to be a long time before we even see any of them become king and all of that stuff.
Well, Queen Elizabeth is 93, but she seems to be in good health, 93. Yeah. And you know her husband was in that car accident a few months ago.
Yeah, and he's been... He shouldn't have been driving.
No, he shouldn't have been. But listen, 98, yeah, he shouldn't have been driving. But...
it's going to be a long time. It's going to be a long time before we see even William become king. I really want to see him become king. You know, but I think that's going to be a long time. Maybe 30 years from now.
Yeah, they have in their family, they have a history of living long. They do. Their family definitely has a long history. Like I said, her mother was 100, and then her mother wasn't even like a old 101. Her mother was still walking and getting around because her sister died before the mom. And then the mom died a few months later because they died the same year. But her mother was of old looking, but she wasn't like wheelchair. She was still walking around at 101. So they definitely, and then Queen Elizabeth, she's 93, but when you see her, she looks good. Like she doesn't, you know, and she still drives still.
And from that queen thing, the father came from Germany.
Her husband.
And he was her husband? Yeah, he was a part of the royal family too, right?
Yeah, but her husband, I don't know if it's actually Germany, but it wasn't England. But her husband's mother was crazy. She was I don't know if it's schizophrenic, but she was really crazy where she had to be institutionalized. Yeah. And I remember he went to go leave. Huh?
I said they don't do them like that these days.
No, they don't. But you know they need the 302 a lot of people, but they don't. Because I know a few people that need to be 302.
Right.
Quite a
If they
few.
deemed you crazy, you were gone.
Yeah, back then, yeah, you were going. And see, back then too, it was like you didn't want to be around nobody like that either. You ain't want to, you know. But his father and his sister, he went to go. One of his sisters raised him, but then his sister was killed in like a plane crash. So he comes from a big family, but he does come from a
line.
Yeah,
a royal
he comes from a yeah, like a royal line. But yeah,
he gave up his citizenship or something.
Yeah,
to be with her.
To be with her, yeah.
I think I did watch The Queen.
There is behind. Well, this is the season 3.
Yeah.
I first of all, I love this show because I love the costumes. I love how it actually looks like the times that it's. Season 1 was the best. Season 2 was good, but it wasn't my favorite.
Right.
Season 3, these first 2 episodes are good. I'm liking it. But season 1 really was the best. It starts off when, right before Queen Elizabeth becomes queen. It starts off when her grandmother, Queen Mary, her father's mother, dies.
And she didn't have that black uniform or something like that.
I don't remember that part. But I know her grandmother, Queen Mary, had died, like in the first season. And then her father, he was king. He was king already because his father had died. But her father had a real big stammering problem. He had a real bad stutter.
And she was in Africa or something like that
when he died.
Right,
like that.
I seen that.
Yeah. And then she became queen. She's been queen for a long time. I think she's been queen for either longer than Queen Victoria, because you know Queen Victoria was her great grandmother.
Mm-hmm. She's the longest reigning queen in, I believe, in the history of them doing it. Yeah.
Because I know her Queen Victoria was queen for a long time.
Yeah, and when I went to England in 2013, that was her 60th year. Yeah. Being the queen, and they had all of this purple stuff. I mean, it was queened out. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I loved it though. I wish I was able to come during that celebration, but I was there when Prince George was born, and I just was like, what the hell? Like, this is not. It ain't give me what I want. We all outside the palace, and
this is what it is. Queen Elizabeth II Funny Moments Part 2. It's a really interesting video because you're like, wow, she's really funny. But I guess you have to behind the scenes. You don't know people behind the scenes. You only know them. And she puts on that role because she's a queen. And she was talking about in the one video, not that video, but the other video where she was talking about when she became queen and the coronation and the crown, and she was saying it was so heavy that she couldn't lean forward because it would have knocked her over. And then they brought it was so funny because when she's being interviewed, it's this one right here. When she's being interviewed by the guy, the interviewer asks, can they bring her crown out that she wore when she became queen? And they brought it out on the table, and he had these gloves on, and he brought it out, and you could tell it was like really heavy. And she grabbed it and pulled it near her, and it was like, it's so funny because you be thinking he's coming out with gloves on, but she grabbed him with her bare hair. It's like, but it's good, and it's good to see that because, like I said, for years you always get this, oh, she's just so mean looking and whatever, but behind the scenes,
she probably got her favorites.
Like everybody else, she got her favorites. She got her picks. But I mean, how interesting is it that we have evolved, even the royal family, to the point that her grandson is married to a black woman, right? And she's lived to see that, right? You know what I mean? Like that is crazy. Because who would have thought 20 years ago?
Not even them. Not even them.
And she's alive, and she was alive to see it. And she's American, and she was alive to see it. Her and her husband, who were in their 90s, they were alive to witness their grandson marry a black woman. Mm-hmm. It's like
they don't defend it like they all should. Did you see the one with the Queen's son talking about that guy that killed himself? He came up with all these. Yeah, he came up with all of these lies, and y'all just let him get away with anything.
Who, Prince Andrew?
Yeah, he talking about he broke off his friendship, but he decided to stay with him for 4 more days. Like, if we're not gonna be friends, you can't stay at my house for 4 days. You're lying.
Why would I want you in my house for 4 extra days and I'm not your friend? Mm-hmm. So you can rob, steal, and kill.
Yeah, they asked like, who's that girl leaving that place? Oh, I don't know who she was.
Oh, you know.
You know.
You know.
Yeah, because you're on video with her. Like, with her leaving, you're on video.
At his house?
Yeah, at Epstein's house. Yeah.
Oh.
But he's on video with the girl.
And he didn't know who she was?
No, allegedly. He don't know who she is. You know he was doing some things.
Yeah.
Kylie Million. I don't know why I call her Kylie Million.
Well, that's her new name.
Yeah, Kylie Millionaire. Kylie Jenner has sold 51% of the stake of her company, Kylie Cosmetics, to another brand that's going to be able to take her cosmetic line to make it worldwide. And in return, Kylie Jenner gets $600 million. Now listen, I don't know nothing about makeup, but it is a lucrative business. There's so many people that do makeup tutorials on YouTube, and a lot of them get their own deals. Kylie didn't have none of that. And that was a business she started up front, I believe. And it's always like a top seller. She's always selling out. And to make her brand move, to take it worldwide, she got $600 million. I just think that that's amazing. I don't know, like I don't really hear a lot of bad stuff about her. Except for that thing about her friend that slept with
Jordan,
allegedly,
Woods, slept with her sister's.
Or he was there. He ain't sleep with her, but she said
had her legs in between her legs. Yeah.
Yeah, but other than that,
thing with her foot.
like Kylie, do the damn thing. They say you are a billionaire, or it's an argument whether you self-made or not. I don't care. A billion is $1 billion. A billion don't care.
Basketball player's thing with your foot.
Wait a minute, what? What you said?
Would you rub a basketball player's thing with your foot?
If they told me to, and if they want scratches on their thing, hey, 'cause my feet are a mess.
No, I mean without their pants down.
Yeah. Why not? I'm gonna get a check.
Who said you were getting a check?
I'm getting a check. I'm getting a check. I'm as a basketball player. I'm getting a check. Cause first of all, I ain't gonna say nothing. That's why you want to give me a check. Not gonna be like these stupid girls and some of the other stupid ones.
Well,
that run their mouth on
how much would you charge? That's the thing.
I'm not gonna put that on camera. We're not gonna talk like that. But I'm just saying, why would you mess up your bag by trying to expose somebody?
Right. I'm not messing up my bag.
Hell no. Because I need all the checks.
Now, if you leave me for a little tenderoni,
you're going to pay me to shut
up. You're going to pay me to shut up. You can have that tenderoni, but you're going to pay me to shut up. And it's going to be a few commas.
Yeah. It happens all the time. You know, that's why I'm like, why y'all be getting your body all upgraded? You know your body's
I'll shut up for about
change.
$2 million.
Yeah. And they like them young. They don't like them all. You know, once you get to a certain point, you know, you gotta go.
Don't worry about that.
You're trying, man. That's all right. I'm gonna say I signed up for Disney Plus.
You like it?
I love it. They need the Proud Family. They need some people saying Jet Jackson. That was never really my show. As I started getting older, I stopped watching Disney. But
they need the Brady Bunch too.
Yeah, I watched. That's not Disney. You're trying it. I did watch the original Beauty and the Beast. I watched The Frog Princess. I watched Sister Act. They got The Sandlot. They got a lot of
Sister
stuff.
Act is a Disney movie?
This Walt Disney Pictures is the distributor, I believe.
Oh yeah, that's it. Because that's when they were talking about it on The View.
Yeah, they got Sister Act 1 and 2, and they're bringing out Sister Act 3, and it's going to be.
You know, there's going to be. They agreed to do a Hocus Pocus 2.
Yeah, I heard.
I know that's right. No, better not come on TV. Better come in theaters.
I can't wait. But you know, with me watching After Little Mermaid, that was never really my movie. Yeah, Beauty and the Beast. Gaston was really a predator. And you know what the crazy thing is with this Me Too era stuff, and you see a lot of old stuff, you go back and look like, wow. Like,
you know what's so funny that you said that? Because not only was he really a predator, but on Dumbo, they had to put disclaimers for the racial language.
On the network they did that? Oh, wow.
Because, of course, as kids, you don't pay attention. But now that they have this, they want to make sure they have it out there so anybody who's old enough and, you know, because now, 30 years ago, none of our parents was thinking about what they were saying.
Right.
You know, and then when you think about it, Dumbo came out in the 1940s when they was talking like that. You know?
I never watched Dumbo.
Yeah. Why? Oh, you never watched Dumbo? I did.
Well, I probably watched it and never paid it no mind.
Well, no, because we were young, Kevin.
Yeah. But I was just like, wow, like he was all just trying to get her, and I'm going to kidnap your dad, and so you could be with me. I was just like, wow. Like, it was a lot going on in Beauty and the Beast. I watched it twice. They got a lot of stuff on there. And I'm definitely going to check out the Star Wars stuff. I didn't watch The Simpsons yet. It made me upset to know that the Michael Jackson episode of The Simpsons is no longer available. It's like they're making it seem like it never happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
well, they do the same thing with Donald Trump. How about that?
They ain't gonna do that. You know, and Michael, and you know, a lot of people saying, I don't even want to go there. But yeah, the Michael Jackson episode is not there. But it's definitely a good investment. Now, yeah, it'll click off here and there, but it takes you right back to where you left off. That's the part. That's what happens when a new network comes around.
Right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, the offering they got for the kids that grew up with That's So Raven. I watched it because it was nothing else on, and when Tibby and Madison were young, they would watch it, and they would always show the reruns.
I never watched That So Raven. Never.
They got that, Lizzie McGuire, Hannah Montana. They got all that stuff. Lizzie McGuire wasn't my stuff. My thing too.
My sister watched all of it.
They got Boy Meets World, Girl Meets World. They got all of it.
They got the Wonder Years.
No, I wish they did, but they don't. But they need to.
They should bring back. They should put Roseanne on there.
Yeah, they could bring. No, I don't think they would, but they should. And you know what
Roseanne
else?
wasn't Disney though.
But it's ABC. They own ABC.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So, and a lot of the shows that we used to watch during TGIF, I think Step by Step.
That's on there.
I wish it was. They down Step by Step ain't nowhere. You can't find that nowhere.
No, you can't.
That was my
Step by step, day by day.
I don't know. The deeper we grow, the stronger we stay.
We'll make it better the second time around.
That then they put the monsters on there.
Yeah.
I used to love the monsters. Dinosaurs.
Yeah,
dinosaurs. Dinosaurs. Bring it back. Come on. Family Matters. Put it all on. Now Family Matters on Hulu. Every last episode. Y'all can stop watching after Judy. I mean, what's not Judy?
Myra.
No, what's the mom name? After Harriet leaves, you can stop watching.
I never knew she left the show.
Yes. First of all, because ABC canceled it, and then CBS picked up the show, and then when they picked up the show, they brought on a new Harriet. So
what?
So,
I never knew.
Yes.
I never knew that, Kevin.
Yes. So Gina's mom from Martin actually played the new Harriet on the CBS.
Maybe I did, but I just but you know when you see Family Matters, you never see the new Harriet. You always see the old Harriet. Yeah. But it's see, it's not like the Fresh Prince where you see both Vivians
because it was in the beginning.
Yeah, they got her real.
Yeah, but on Steve Urkel show, The Family Matters, they had a new Harriet. Yes, they did.
And the grandmom stayed the whole thing, right? Or did she?
Yeah, she was still on there, but I think she was like a lot of them were leaving the show.
She was really old too at that time.
Yeah, she passed away in early 2000s.
Yeah, but she was like in her 80s at that time,
right?
When she did that show,
kept keeping the check.
Yeah.
A lot of them old people was around for a long time. I was looking because I remember
Riley was really old too on Amen, the old man Riley.
Yes.
He was really old when he was on that show.
Yeah,
he was like in his late 80s, early 90s.
When I be watching these new shows and I be seeing all over, I be like, oh, I know they did.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I know they ain't had no more. It's a shame to think like that.
Dancing in glory. It's a shame because they were saying something about bringing back Good Times, and you know the only main character is the mom that's not here no more.
Yeah, that's the role.
Yeah, she died.
Yeah, I don't want them to bring back Good Times.
They're all old.
Then they're going to be doing one of the same thing like they did with the Norman Lear stuff, with the All in the Family and the Jeffersons. They're going to be doing the same thing for Good Times.
And you can't do that with the dad because the dad died on Good Times. So how you gonna bring him back?
It could be a classic episode. They're gonna. I don't know which episode they're gonna do.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So,
I feel like when they did the All in the Family, it was good, but it could have been better.
Yeah.
It could have been better.
They're supposed to do. No, I don't. Kerry Washington is directing it.
I was about to say, I thought you said she was in it.
No. But there's a petition to get Portia Williams to play Thelma. And I'm not mad at that, but can Portia really act?
No.
And we're talking about a live show. Right. Like, I don't know.
But she wasn't goofy though. She wasn't stupid. She was just pretty.
She didn't play no games.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it would be fun. But I don't know who they're going to get to do these things. But I don't want a Good Times reboot. And they said the Charlie Angels reboot flopped. Only made $8 million. I didn't even know when it was coming out. All I knew was that the soundtrack had Ariana Grande. I did not know anything.
Let me tell you something. There's no Charlie's Angels soundtrack like All the Women Independent. That is classic, and it will always be classic.
And that's when soundtracks actually had like good music
and good
artists. You had a video to go with the song. They don't really do that no more.
That Charlie's Angel was Cameron Diaz, Lucy Liu, and who was the third?
Drew Barrymore, yes. And like that movie, I remember that movie. I remember like the music that was featured in the music.
That was 2000.
I meant the movie, yeah. It was...
That was 20 years ago. Wow.
I went to the movies to see Charlie's Angels. Like I was hyped to see
I went to the movies to go see that too, but I didn't. We didn't finish it.
Why not? You ain't like it? I like it.
No, it was who I went with.
Why y'all was doing stuff?
Yeah, that's my first.
You were too young to be in the movie. You know what?
No, I was in high school in 2000.
But if I was 16 in the year 2000, going on 16,
I was in high school.
You had to be 14.
Okay.
And you was doing stuff like that in the theater.
I mean, hello, you gotta learn somewhere. These kids learning from. You see these 14 and 15-year-olds walking around pregnant nowadays, and you asking me about a theater?
Grandmoms are 35 now.
Just be lucky I didn't end up pregnant.
Well, speaking of pregnant, let me tell y'all.
Pregnant at 16.
The best thing I do is DVR paternity court, because then it comes at 5:30 in the morning. Don't nobody got time for that. So I watch it,
5:30 in the morning.
And I was watching this case. Let me tell y'all. You know, the ones with the deceased parents, they be the saddest ones. So they done did one whole episode with the girl saying, "Oh, I slept with him. I ain't sleep with nobody else," and all this and that. And the mother's there, the sister's there, the sister's going back and forth like, listen, when she was pregnant, she bounced. She was gone, and I happened to see her at a fair or something like that. Like a county fair or some bullshit. So then, so then she's like, yeah, this is child, all this and that. So I think we're going to get the results. They're like, oh no, because there's another girl. The other girl, they all telling the story, and then the judge was like, no, this is way too close for comfort with the window of conception. He's like, this is way too close for what I just said. So, she gonna tell the judge, she's like, the new girl, when I opened up the test for the last guy, it said he was 99% not the father. So she said, wait a minute, that don't even sound right. Because if it's never going to be a 99% not the father, because it's supposed to be 0% if he's not the father. So are you even sure you read it right?
Right.
Oh, you know they do their whole case. She do the big girl first. You are not the father. She didn't look too shocked. But then the other girl, you are not the father, made the grandmom cry and all of that stuff, because she was like, why y'all do this? Why y'all put my family through all of that? And then the judge just was like, you know what? She was fed up with them two girls. And what she told them was that, you know, y'all are responsible. She's like, you know what? I don't know what these men are telling y'all, but I can't blame it on the men. You got to blame it on the women. And you have to be careful, and you have to protect yourself and stuff like that. Now listen, if you want to go on a show like Paternity Court, you better be sure that you weren't out there sleeping with everybody, because everybody talks about it. Now, this is just on TV. Now, the episodes that come on TV, they do upload them to YouTube. And when I tell you, it'd be like 5,000 comments. Bitch, they be going in. It's one of my favorite things.
Why would you go on TV to find out who's the father when you can just go to CVS and get a pregnancy test?
Listen, because
go to the doctor.
Because if you want a real test where they're, you know, they
it's not like that, but it's not like they're making them then turn around and pay for child support.
I think some of them got no, but some people I believe they get paid to go on the show, and they pay for
they got to, because to put their
testing.
business out there like that, you better be paying.
Yeah, and then one of the moms, it just made me so sad, because the mom, another 2-part episode, 6 men tested, none of them know the father. Like, come on, like I know there's a such thing as being a hoe, but it's not like that. where 6 people get tested and they're not the father. Anyway, y'all, I just want to put y'all on paternity court just in case y'all haven't been watching. DVR, find out when it comes on. If it comes on when you're at work, DVR it, and then just keep it on in the background while you're doing other stuff. These cases will blow your mind. Not like that divorce court. Divorce court has jumped the ship. It's not the same show we used to watch. And they just paying, I just think they're just paying crazy people to come on there. None of the people none of them split up or none of that stuff. And then they had that Rolling Ray on there, and I said, oh yeah, this is not.
This is a joke.
Yeah, this is.
You are not going to have me watching that joke.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how many people tagged me in that, Kevin?
Yeah,
I was so over it.
And I was like, for what?
Right. I was so over it. I'm like, please stop tagging me in this bullshit.
I missed the View today. I woke up like...
They weren't fighting. It was good, but they weren't fighting.
Did Megan come back?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was good.
Yeah, they weren't fighting.
Yeah.
They interviewed Helena Bonham Carter. She was on there.
Who?
She's
the
weird.
girl from that show you
Yeah,
just said?
she's weird. She's a little weird.
Impeachment hearings will be ongoing tomorrow, Wednesday, and I believe Thursday. And they have... there will be another presidential debate on Wednesday, on my birthday, at 9 p.m. on MSNBC. So make sure that y'all keep up what's going on with the political world. And if you're still not sure who you want to vote for, definitely check out the debates. Again, it's on MSNBC. And guess where they're going to be at? Tyler Perry
When is it?
Studios.
When is it?
This Wednesday at 9 p.m. That's Major Tyler. Go ahead and get that. Get that check.
Yes,
Get that.
He getting paid by the Democratic National Committee. I know that's right, Tyler.
And I'm sure they made a set and like it's probably gonna look nice. Like
They're using one of the sound stages, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't know which one.
Well, they build a set on all of them. Everywhere they go, they build the stage.
Yeah, that's right. But I don't know how they do it. But that's major.
That is major.
And it just opened.
And it just opened.
Mm-hmm.
And who would have thought to have a debate at a movie studio?
Nobody.
Movie studio. How did Tyler Perry even? Who did he call to say, "Hey, y'all can use
that
my
man
studio?"
got connections.
Yeah, he does.
Go ahead, Tyler. So yeah. So again, before we get out of here, don't forget Wednesday is my birthday. For those who want to look at the Amazon wish list, the link is down below. If you want to give me an Amazon gift card, follow the instructions on the Amazon website, or you can send a monetary donation to my Cash App at the Scorpion. All that information will be down below. Thank you guys in advance for the birthday wishes and birthday love. I'll be responding and checking you guys out on Instagram and all of that stuff. Mikkel and I, we're going to have to do a podcast on my birthday because the Queen is Slim. Mikkel and I will be attending...
Is Thanksgiving this week?
Next week.
Next week. I keep getting this month mixed up for some reason.
On Thursday, Mikkel and I will be going to the Queen and Slim premiere that's here in Philadelphia.
I thought it was Monday. Oh no, the 21st.
The 21st is
Damn,
Thursday.
I got my days.
Yes, I'm like, why you
mixed
keep
up.
saying Monday?
Yeah, that's why I thought it was today.
Mm-mm.
That email did say the 21st. Wow. I got my days all mixed up, Kevin.
You gotta get it together. What she said? Wait a minute. Yeah, so yeah, we're attending that, and it's a movie. Lena Waithe wrote the screenplay, and I'm excited to see this movie because just by looking at the pictures, I was like, I don't know what this is gonna be, and then when I seen the preview, I was like, oh, this is definitely something that I want to see. And Queen of Slim will be in theaters on Thanksgiving, but we'll be at the premiere on Wednesday to see that. So we won't be able to do the podcast on Thursday, so we'll have to do it on my birthday, which is unfortunate. But we're going to give y'all a video, and we're going to give y'all a new podcast.
You don't have anything. You're not doing anything in your birthday.
Yeah, I didn't plan anything. I was planning on going to New York this weekend, but it looks like things are changing. Because I know I had to go to the dentist. Like, yeah, I know things that seem like they're changing. So we're going to get these things done. But thank y'all for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. And again, we'll see you guys in 2 days. Y'all be good. Peace.
Man, I got a pay.
Oh, we got this. I don't smell no more food besides those eggs, man. What's going on with that?